How's it guys, this is Dayvy FPL and welcome back to another Fantasy Premier League video here on my channel. This week's going to be the double Game Week 35 review along with the Game Week 36 preview, and we're going to look at the strategies of chips going into next game week, and hopefully some triple captains are going to be used then. So let's get straight into the Game Week 35 review. I'm having to record this video on Monday night. The Chelsea game is just about to start. I have seen the lineups and there's no kind of differences that people are going to be looking at in terms of players. Hazard is starting along with Higuain and probably David Luiz if you do own them. However, I don't really think that there's that many people that own Chelsea assets, let alone Burnley assets. So hopefully that game doesn't influence the ranks that much, but just keep that in mind. Obviously, the upcoming double fixtures still have to occur on Tuesday night and Wednesday night, so keep a lookout for that. The other thing I wanted to let you guys know is that I'm probably going to be recording another video towards the end of the week. Kind of similar to how I've been doing it the past 2 weeks. Of this video is going to focus on my team and my thoughts on my team specifically, and then the video later during the week is going to be kind of voiced on your guys' questions that you ask me. So please go on Twitter and follow me at DayvyFPL. I'll be posting a tweet probably after this video drops, which is going to be tomorrow, Tuesday. So go and submit questions if you have any below that tweet. You can also comment on this video. However, the reason why I'm recording a video later during the week is I'm probably not going to be able to reply to many comments and tweets. So I've kind of decided to put it all into one video. Mainly due to the deadline being this Friday. The Liverpool fixture against Huddersfield occurs this Friday, so please pay attention to that and don't forget about the deadline. So that's why it doesn't really fit with my schedule of a Friday night deadline. So not going to be able to reply to many questions. However, I will be able to do the video, so that should cover most questions asked. So as I said, just hit me up on Twitter and reply to that tweet. Otherwise, we're going to get straight into the talking points of the double game week. As I said, just keep in mind that not all the fixtures have occurred. So starting off, we have Foster in goal. He ended up conceding very late on, as I'm sure a lot of you who own Watford defenders know. I think it was the second last minute against Huddersfield, so can't really do much about that. However, it did hurt us. The Watford defense was a little bit of a differential pick. However, I think a lot of people did have at least one defender. But hoping that the Southampton fixture goes a lot better for them. I own no Southampton attackers, so maybe that game ends 0-0. However, I'm hoping that Delafeu keeps a little bit quiet in that fixture. This game week seems to be kind of summed up where if you owned him, you are doing really well, and if you didn't, you kind of are doing averagely or quite badly. So seems like it's kind of a one game week player, but I'm hoping that maybe against Southampton he doesn't get that many goals, obviously. But if he does, if you do have him, then you're probably hoping he does well. So then we have Valerie, who was one of the disappointments. He caught an overnight sickness, so he missed their starting fixture, which was quite disappointing. I kind of didn't really expect him and players like Lloris to miss out, so that was quite disappointing. And then obviously he's not going to see us fulfill the main potential of the bench boost, as we have these players that are on 0 points. But hoping that he can get something out of the Watford fixture. Then we have Robertson with 6 points and Bolly with 6 as well, keeping clean sheets. The Wolves fixture was quite disappointing. If you owned Brighton defenders still, you were very happy. I only own one, which was Dunk. So I wasn't really expecting Wolves not to score any goals in that game, but I did get points from both sides of the fence there in terms of Brighton and Wolves, so not that unhappy with it. Then we have Sterling and Eriksen with 2 points, along with De Bruyne and Son. They all played against each other, so not much attacking returns from that 1-0 victory. And Phil Foden getting the points there, so credit if you own him. I don't think many people do, but at least Aguero got the assist for that one. Sterling looks like he should be playing against Man United away, and in terms of Eriksen, he should be playing as well along with Son. However, De Bruyne did pick up an injury, I think 30 minutes into the game, which was highly disappointing, mainly due to the fact that De Bruyne was kind of my differential pick. Brought him in, I think 2 weeks ago, so was hoping that he would kind of hit form as he has been doing and return another double figure score. I was even considering captaining him, so was very disappointed when he went off, but there's nothing much we can do about it. Then we have Jota and Jimenez, who both didn't get returns. Jota actually hit the post twice though, so could have scored but didn't. A lot of people have captained Jimenez, so hopefully he can get some returns against Arsenal, who do look quite shaky at the back. Then we have Aguero, my captain, who got an assist for that Phil Foden goal. He came off at around the 60-minute mark, so he should be playing against Man United, and I hope that he can get some returns there. So then I spoke about Lloris not starting. Seemed to have a little bit of a muscular injury, but Pochettino came out today and said that he should be fine for that fixture. Then we have Isaac Success, who was one of my transfers in. I brought him in for Dini, mainly just the fact that I thought that he could feature in one of the two games. So I'm hoping that he does start against Southampton, and maybe a player like Gray or Delafeu gets a rest. But the main reason I brought him in was due to the fact that I wanted to upgrade one of my midfielders to a Liverpool asset for this coming game week. Then we have Dunk, who I hold on with. He got 6 points. Not really expecting much against Spurs, but this comment could come back and bite me. And then I brought in Alexander-Arnold, who got 11 points, which was very nice. Also brought him in for Duffy, so just my reasoning behind dropping one of the Brighton defenders for a hit was that I had 3 Wolves players and I had 3 Spurs players, so I kind of was backing the attacks of those teams and defenses of those teams a little bit more than Brighton, so took him out for a hit, and right now the move kind of is in the plus of 2 points. However, the Alexander-Arnold from Duffy move is just with a net of 1 point, taking that hit into account. So expecting Duffy to get a point, but hopefully nothing more, and that I will break even on that move. So just some talking points going into the next games of these double game weeks. Obviously hoping Aguero can pull some points through. And then I have a total of 12 players playing. I'm not counting De Bruyne in, as I do think that he has quite a bad muscle injury. So not really seeing him starting or playing against Man United. So I would have had 13, but now I have 12 players, and hopefully they all play and can be getting some points. So I wouldn't really look at the rankings now or your points right now, because there is a whole bunch of players left to play. However, we are currently on 54 points with a 4-point hit, which takes us down to 50 points, and that has seen us take a red arrow to 27th in the world. So that's seen an 8-point drop. Just hoping we can kind of bounce back a little bit in the second half of the double game week, and that can maybe see us get to an equal rank or even get a green arrow. So now going into game week 36, just my players that I'll be playing. I'll be playing Lloris, Valerie, Robbo, and Alexander-Arnold. The one thing to note about Alexander-Arnold is I do have this slight suspicion that he will be rested on Friday. I just think that Gomez has come back from injury now, and you can kind of see that he's been subbed on, not at a centre-back position, but actually at that right-back position. So I've got a hint of I think Alexander-Arnold will be rotated. I'll be looking for news closer to the deadline, and maybe we'll be swapping Bolly or Dunk in for him, as I don't really want to see him coming on in the last couple of minutes just for a 1-point appearance. And then in terms of the midfield, I'll be having Sterling, Eriksen, Son, and Jota, with Jimenez and Aguero. Now, right now, I do not have my Liverpool asset. I will probably be bringing in Sadio Mane for De Bruyne, it looks like now. A little bit annoying due to the fact that I'd kind of prepared to take out Eriksen for Mane. That's the reason I went with Success, as I needed that little bit more cash to do that move. But now I kind of kept my options open, and De Bruyne will probably be seeing the way out. If De Bruyne does come back miraculously from injury, then I'll probably be keeping him, and Eriksen will make way. And then with that Sadio Mane transfer, I'm looking at using my triple captainship, probably and like 80% sure. I really want to captain a Liverpool player, obviously being a Liverpool fan. So, and the interesting fact is the past 3 top goal scorers, the final one is not final. It's Delafeu, but maybe someone else will score more points. But right now it is Delafeu after that Huddersfield fixture. The top 3 scorers per game week over the past 3 game weeks have all been players that have played against Huddersfield. So I'm hoping to carry on that trend and getting Sadio Mane in as the top scorer, hopefully in that game. And using the triple captain, we'll see quite a lot of points. But So right now I'm 80% sure. One thing that kind of would help the cause a little bit is if Man United were able to do anything against Man City in the second game of the current game week, as Liverpool will have no option but to go after that Huddersfield fixture with a win. However, if Man City do win that game, I kind of can see maybe some rotation happening, as Liverpool will probably prioritise the Champions League fixture. In terms of the other fixtures that are happening, the Spurs fixture does look quite nice. I also, however, think that there might be some rotation in that game due to Spurs having the fixture against Ajax the coming week along with Liverpool. Other fixtures that are quite nice are the Man City fixtures. Obviously, they are out of the Champions League, so should be focusing the Premier League right now. So hopefully Aguero and Sterling can start in that one. Obviously, the captaincy is now on Aguero, but that will shift to Sadio Mane. The bench does have some nice fixtures. Dunk versus Newcastle. However, Newcastle seem to be on quite a nice streak at the moment, so might see them scoring in that one. But in terms of the other team, I kind of am set a little bit with these fixtures. Boli on the bench against Watford. I don't think Watford away is the best fixture, and I expect Foster to concede due to my double up with the Wolves attack. Obviously, this lineup could change, and depending on how Wolves play midweek, if injuries do occur, I will be adjusting to that, and that's why hopefully the video on Wednesday, I will record the video probably on Wednesday and upload it on Thursday. Hopefully that can give some clarity into potential moves, and we'll take into account some of the double game week fixtures. So in terms of just wrapping up this video a little bit, this game week has scored us 50 points due to that 4-point hit, but obviously there's a lot of games still to happen. So please like the video if you did enjoy it, and as I said, please follow me on Twitter at Dayvy Fpl and get those questions in. I'll be recording the video on Wednesday night probably, so you have until then to get any questions. And if someone has already asked the question, just pop them a like on their tweet and I'll be sure to see it. Otherwise, please subscribe if you're new and are enjoying the content on this channel. We've been making some strides recently in the subscriber count and even the likes. So thanks a lot for the support and your continued watching of this channel. But I'm going to be signing off. This has been Dayvy FPL and I'm out. Cheers. Bye.